I'm Judith Monroe, and this is my studio. And today, I'm going to just invite you to hang out with me while I do some art journaling. So, this is my mixed media art journal. It's a pretty simple structure. I think this is a Strathmore mixed media art journal. I like it because it's got a hard cover and these kind of spiral loose things, and the paper, which can take anything. And I'll generally work on a bunch of different pages at a time. Like this is one of my favorite recent pages. I like it a lot, so I probably won't do anything to it. But you never know. This is one of my least favorites. I may just leave it alone. What I really like about working in my mixed media journals, and I have a whole lot of them, is that I just, let myself do whatever in them. There's like no rules. And sometimes I use them to work out, compositions for larger artworks. Sometimes I don't. That pen doesn't seem to want to work. I think it might be dying. But I let myself do whatever. And I let myself have lousy stuff. And I chuck pens when they're dead. But this is like the place that I can do whatever the heck I want. And that's why I really like it. I get to be creative, and I get to play like a little kid. Sometimes it looks like a little kid did it, but I'm okay with that. I get to use stencils. Of course, I allow myself to use stencils in my regular work too, but I don't have to include photographs. I don't have to stay in a theme, though a lot of times I do. I mean, you can see this is lots of kind of botanical inspired stuff. This is just my place that I play. And so, like on this page, I've used this stencil a whole lot. Like layers and layers of it. I do like to work in layers, like I do usually. That's just how I like to work. I like the depth that you get from working in layers. But on this page, I started with this particular stencil and using watercolor paints, a special kind of watercolor. But anyway, and a sponge to get all of those different things. I'm actually going to add a layer of watercolor. This has also had a layer of, or two, I don't know, of matte gel medium on it, so that when I put more watercolor on it, it should protect I shouldn't worry about messing up the watercolor underneath it. This is like my favorite watercolors in the whole wide world. They're Peerless watercolors. I love the little book that they come in. I first discovered them in a photo store. This book has seen a lot of action. But they're transparent watercolors, and they're made especially for painting on photographs, and they're totally unique. They're on these little pieces of paper, the pigment is right there. I'm gonna do that. I might go with yellow. No, oh, I know what I want to do. I think I want to do green with all of the leaves here. So these are all the different colors. A lot of these are stuck. Some of these have fallen out of this book, but like this is flesh tint, very orangey. And these are super saturated pigment. Let's see, green or blue, I don't know. Purple, there's deep blue, there's sky blue. Interesting things have happened. Maybe I'll do blue. All right, so I'll show you how this works. And then I'll probably have to wait, but so I just got water on this brush and there's pigment here. And I'm just literally taking that. Oh yeah, I like that. Just pulling pigment off, and where there's more pigment, I get a deeper tone, more water. It's just a fun, look at that, yeah. I like being able to pour it off. This is just one of my favorite ways to play in my mixed media journal. I did use these watercolors first for painting on photographs when I first found them. But the work I show in galleries isn't really like that anymore. And but I still love these watercolors, and I still love playing with them. If the camera just moved, that's because my dog just bumped the tripod. And if not, then cool. So what I might do at this point in time, oh, that's cool. Look at that, no drops. I might go get the blow dryer and blow dry this so you can see what happens next. And because otherwise I'd have to walk away and let it dry. I don't really feel like walking away right now. So, okay, so I just blow dried that, and it's used the heat gun, and it's mostly dry. So I can kind of look at it and decide what I'd like to do next. I kind of like these little birds. They're kind of fit with the birds here. And these are things that I printed out of for something. Oh my gosh, Mopar. My dogs. Okay. If you hear sneezing or rolling or funny noises, that's my dog. If not, then I'm just responding to my dog. Anyway, this was printed out on my printer and coated with matte gel medium because that's how I like to make transfers. And I have this whole, I have so much stuff. This is a whole bag full of all kinds of things so that I can travel. My journal actually fits in here, but I'm just kind of looking in it to see, oh, things I've cut out before. Oh, I kind of like that. I like that a lot, actually. I think I'm gonna go with that. I like that stencil too. Put that in there. All right, so this is the kind of thing. It's just sort of free association, digging around. I obviously took the time to cut these out for something at some point in time before and then changed my mind about it. Maybe that'll be another time. I don't know. Kind of like how these are working. Sometimes I have put things that span the page, but I'd have to be kind of careful how I do that. Like if I did that with any of these little bug legs, I think that would be death to them. But the wing, I think, that could work. Kind of like that. I was just feeling the need for some things in a couple little spaces. I think I'm gonna try that. I can do whatever the heck I want. Okay, move that. This is my small container of matte gel medium, because I normally get it by like the gallon. So with things that are real delicate like this, sometimes I might try to do it on the back, but I found it's just easier to coat this part and lay it down. Oh, go back over there. And I'm picking up a little bit of the color from the watercolor I just put down, but it's all good. One of the things that's cool about working in layers. All right. I have to figure out kind of where this is going to fold and where that would fold. And then kind of give it a fold here. Kind of see what happens. And if at some point it rips or tears or whatever, well, whatever, right? Okay, so I get lots of glue and paint on these things here all the time. And they totally, that's a little lower, but I kind of like that a little lower. Anyway. This might be a little trickier getting it to stay. I like that. A little bit of a pop-up book element to it. Definitely something I'll have to be gentle with until it dries. Might be time for that heat gun again. I don't know. Some of the color. Definitely spreading stuff around. I wonder if there's anything else I want to glue. Actually, I might still use the bird, because I'll use matte gel medium as well. I kind of like that still. The more the merrier, right? Crazy about it. Oh, but this was something that had gotten my attention. Another one of my stencils. Kind of like that. Let's see. I'm digging through my bag again. Cool. Just a little subtle. Where'd my... Oh. I don't know. It's kind of getting to the point where I kind of feel like if I'm not careful, I might kind of mess it up. Kind of like it. Maybe time to blow dry that. Dry it before I completely fold it. I kind of like how that works though. Oh, this one still needs some work, but I'll come back to that next time. Well, I think that's it. Thanks for joining me. This is what it looks like now. Folds. It does. That's the other page. Folds. You can see it's kind of cool. Pretty neat. Pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. And I think next I'm gonna work some more on this page. So if you want to see what that comes out, keep watching. Thanks. Bye.